Here in this video, we will take a look at the differences between two recent live-action predators or Yautja, and these are the feral predator of prey of 2022 and this year's Badlands Predator, of which Deg, Quay and their father Injor are a part of. We will dive into the origins, morphology, technology and code of honor of both these two Yautja types and compare them to each other. Let's get to it. So if we begin with origins, then both of them seem to come from an arid place of Yautja Prime, their home planet. Director Dan Trachtenberg explained that the feral predator's different design from the classic jungle predator is due to the feral being a different subspecies from perhaps a different continent on the predator homeworld. He says that the feral perhaps came from a different hemisphere, which would be arid and deserted, and thus would be a little bit different. But then when we take a look at the Badlands Predator, Quay, Deg and Injor, their father, they seem to live in a similar place, an arid, dry place of the world. But hey, they may be from different deserts, and just as we have different places in our world like the Sahara and the Death Valley of the US, the same might apply for both these predators in their home world. So there's not much to ascertain here, just that maybe they evolve on different deserts. The feral predator stands apart from its kin in many physical traits. He is a striking example of divergent Yautja evolution. He stands at an imposing 8 feet 2 inches, towering above most of its species, who are mostly around 7 feet or 7.5 feet in freedom units. That's like 2.1 to 2.3 meters in metric system. He has a very lean yet powerful musculature, and unlike the broader, more heavily built jungle hunters, the feral predator's physique is long-limbed, athletic, and optimized for agility, speed, and endurance. Its abdomen and torso are sharply defined, every muscle edged with tight striations from the chest, the top of the chest to the groin, and gives it a predator grace which is reminiscent of a stalking cat, a feline-like athletic build. He is adapted to survive in arid and unforgiving climates. His physiology reflects these environmental demands, of course, with his skin being dry and scaly, and his dreadlocks being thinner and waxier, likely due to reducing heat absorption. His face is distinctly alien even by Yautja standards, with ugly white set eyes, very elongated mandibles, and thickened oral tissues that create a face that only a mother could love, a feral primal look that took the world by storm in 2022. By contrast, Deg and his kin from Predator Badlands represent a lineage closer to the classic jungle hunter phenotype. Deg himself is the run of the clan, standing around 6 feet tall and built stockier than his brethren, like little people but for predators. However, his father and brother share the more traditional Yautja proportions, around 7 feet or more in height, and well-balanced. A well-balanced musculature and blends strength with agility. These Yautjas of this lineage have broad foreheads which are characteristics of the jungle hunters, though the younger members Deg and Quay have smaller head crests, which likely points to their developing age. Their father's facial structure seems to be very similar to that of Greyback, suggesting a closer genetic or cultural link between the two. And maybe old people all look the same, I guess. Like the predator, however, they share the same scaly and arid adapted skin, which is evidence that both lineages have evolved in similar harsh environments, even if their physical adaptations took slightly different evolutionary paths. Okay, now that we're done with their faces, let's cover them up with the biomask. The helmets of these warriors, these predators from Badlands, worn by Injor, Quay and Deg, demonstrates a more refined and technologically advanced aesthetic compared to their feral counterpart. Theirs is sleek, metallic and clearly crafted with precision. These helmets integrate traditional Yautja design with a sense of artistry and individuality, most notably seen in Injor's ornate helm, which is adorned with stag-like antlers, which is a mark of status, heritage or maybe a ritual significance. In contrast to Predator's mask, the helmet embodies a far more primal and utilitarian design philosophy. Its helmet resembles the upper skull or a head crest of an alien beast, crudely merged with predator technology, creating a visage that is both tribal and terrifying. While both of these types of helmets might possess the same or similar type of technology, the only difference is that the design choice is divergent. While the Badlands seem to veer more into the hi-fi sci-fi looks, the feral seems to be more crude and DIY, with alien glue, Amengi tech, and Riverghost skulls. Now heading over to the other technology and war gear, the feral predator's arsenal represents a fascinating blend of primitive ingenuity and advanced alien engineering. that feels almost analog in its execution despite its futuristic capabilities. Unlike the sleek weaponry of other Yautja, the feral's armaments appear to be more tactile, rugged, and suited for more grounded hunts. Maybe he just reduced the technology or the level of technology while hunting on Earth. Maybe. Its equipment includes a cloak for invisibility, a pair of wrist blades, reinforced wrist gauntlet with integrated tools, and a deployable wrist shield which is capable of deflecting attacks or crushing enemies at close range. The feral favors reusable and physical weapons such as its separable combi stick and the unique bolt gun, which fires homing projectiles that hover and strike with surgical precision, forever chasing the laser pointer. Supplementing these are deadly utility tools, which includes proximity mines, netball traps, a cut clamp for immobilizing prey, disintegrator gas for area denial, and even a first aid gun for self-repair and self-healing. In contrast, the Badlands Predators wield technology that is both advanced and refined, merging traditional Yautja craftsmanship with the mastery of plasma and laser energy systems. Their war gear, ranging from the iconic biomask and the cloaking device to wrist gauntlets and combi sticks, is seamlessly integrated with plasma-based enhancements. Injor's clan or Deck's clan employs weapons such as the shurikens, which are common, a plasma-edged sword which is seen first here in the movie, a grapple gun that fires plasma-infused tethers or ropes, and a Yautja bow that has plasma for string or filament, which is capable of launching plasma arrows. Their arsenal extends even further into experimental and biological weaponry, including cryo grenades, paralysis stalks, boom slugs, and the bone bison armor, which is a hybrid of living material and advanced metallurgy. This synthesis of energy technology and organic craftsmanship showcases a culture that has elevated the art of hunting to a science and combines elegance with crude engineering lethality, where the feral embodies raw survival instinct and the hunt, primal hunt. The Badlands Predator represents a more refined yet similar style. Finally, we will now take a look at the clans and explore on whether they have relations or not between each other. Now, Injor's clan, the Badlands clan, is a small yet formidable Yautja family composed of Injor, who is probably the clan elder and maybe the leader, the mother of Deck, which seems to be the matriarch of the clan, and thus would explain why the father was so disgraced about his son Deck being a runt and being very frail and wants him dead. A happy wife is a happy life, I guess, even for predators. There's also Deck, Quay, and quite a few others in the clan. They live and dwell within a harsh desert environment, and so the Badlands Predators have developed both a cultural and a technological identity shaped by their surroundings. Their huts or homes seem to have bones and a more desert caveman aesthetic, and then their adherence to Yautja honor and hunting traditions appears to be slightly modified, like a variation of the traditional codex, but more on the outlands, more on the remote places of the world where the law isn't really applied to the letter. That reflects the realities of surviving and hunting in a sun-scorched wasteland, I guess. On the other hand, the feral clan is seemingly comprised of numerous other members who might look like the feral predator but whom we did not really see in the movie Prey, but only going by on the words of the director. The feral predator encountered on Earth appears to be a lone hunter, embodying his clan's philosophy of minimalistic tech and primal hunt, emphasizing instinct and physical might over ornate displays of achievement and advancement. Interestingly, if we take a look at both of these clans, it suggests that both the feral clan and the Badlands clan operate under a single greater political or military entity, under the dominion of the warlord predator from Killer of Killers. Evidence from the movie Killer of Killers, which was released in June, revealed that Naru's appearance in the post-credit scenes shows that the feral clan is part of the warlord's army. And here again in Badlands, we see Injor's bodyguards having similar matching armor designs to that of the warlord's army or nation of predators, and this indicates a vast interconnected hierarchy that unites these distinct Yautja clans under a single greater banner, a single rulership under the warlord. So it's going to be interesting to see where Dan Trachtenberg takes the franchise into, how he will explore more into the detail of the homeworld of the predators, the warlord's army, and how everything connects to each other. So that's the end of this video of the differences between the feral and the Badlands Predators, including origins, morphology, technology, and the clan thing. Now do hit the like button for support and press the hype option for hyping up the video to other viewers. This goes to the ones holding their phones in their hands. Also subscribe and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, fam.